Hey there, welcome to the Lumiere channel. How are you? Oh, that's not okay. I hope you're well. Welcome to your, what is this? What day is this? Welcome to your 23rd and 24th. My, April, look at you, big boy. 23rd and 24th guidance. Happy birthday to whom it may concern. What's the guidance for today, please? With silicone lips and silicone hair. Sha-na-na-na-na-na, you're my silicone girl. So come into my silicone world. Do-do-do-do-do. Hey, so this is why I want to shuffle off camera these days, because I just get lost in my own thoughts. So I feel like that's not really the real reason, but I mean it could be shit, but it's not the like practical reason. The guidance today is to get to know something for the how did I do this? For the 23rd and 24th of April. It's almost like you may be getting yourself reacquainted with your surroundings. I know I will. Hey, future Luz. Getting reacquainted or getting acquainted with your new surroundings. Pacing yourself. Yep. And just taking it in. Not trying to make it be anything and not trying to make it not be anything. Just literally observing. Because the person in this image that's really speaking to me is this man over here. With the side pigtail. Girl, what happened? What? He looks like his sisters braided his hair. It looks like they tied his ass up and were like, we're gonna braid your hair. And they did. Look at that little ponytail. What is that? Pigtail? Did they do 3? Oh, honey. What decade was this? What year? What century? Who did this boy dirty? Anyway, that's who I'm seeing, here. I'm trying to get this lady not to be, like, but my light is not cooperating. There we go. I'm actually gonna read this from the book. I rarely read from the romance angels, unless I was doing the wish messages, but the book is actually really good. Like, I enjoy the romance angels. These are my homies. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Alright, so cool. The romance angels are guiding you to create intimacy with your partner by revealing your true ass feelings. They didn't say ass, but it felt like it. Your dreams and desires, and the other innermost aspects of yourselves. You discover commonalities and learn new ways of relating. If you're presently in a relationship, this card is a message of healing through honest dialogue. This is particularly true if you've stuffed down feelings instead of discussing them with your partner. Perhaps sitting together with a counselor will give you the strength and support to admit them. Regardless, this card clearly guides you toward holding deep and honest discussions for the benefit of your love life. So for those of you who needed that love message, there that is, simple and plain. I really like reading from guidebooks. I don't feel like, I know for some people it looks like it destroys their street cred, and perhaps that's the case. But from my perspective, I love giving you as much guidance as possible, especially knowing that you may watch a reading a month later and that shit's still gonna resonate, but on a different fucking level. Especially my readings, low key. So I know that sometimes the guidebook has the exact fucking thing that you need to hear. That'll just be like, yes, that's what I needed to hear. Because for me, when I read the guidebook, when I'm pulling for myself, that's what the guidebook does for me. So why would I deprive you of that? I really respect the guidebook. I'm a respecter of the source material. But I also like to go with my intuition. In any case, what I said before was what I said before. It seems like you may need to be, you may find yourself or guiding yourself to explore a surrounding, re-explore a surrounding, reacquaint or acquaint yourself with a surrounding person, place, or thing, experience even. If we follow what the guidebook was saying, which was pretty laid out easily, if you are stuffing some things inside you, you may want to go for professional help. That is literally one of the best gifts you can give yourself in terms of self-care. Being able to speak to someone who is a professional in listening, who is a professional in pulling out what's inside of you to help you see what's inside of you. Ain't no shame in that game, baby. You ahead of the pack if you're able to find someone who is like versed in doing that for you. I think it really, I know it really helps. I know that's life. Not alternatively, but in addition, being vulnerable is scary, yeah? It's scary. However, sometimes that's the way to go. Being able to say, I don't know, being able to say yes, being able to say no, being able to give your heart a voice, being able to give that lump in your throat a voice, being able to give your thoughts, your wishes, your desires a voice can be hard to do because we're afraid of the consequences, no matter what they may be. Whether we may actually get what we're wanting or get something or lose something, it's still scary. When it comes to expressing ourselves to someone, it's scary sometimes because you know they will say, for instance, you want to tell somebody how you feel about them. It's scary to tell them how you feel about them, even if you know that they're about you. Because sometimes we're afraid of getting what it is that we want. And that's just real. So, even in the flip side, where you're afraid to say something because you may lose someone, it's the same. It carries a similar essence of being able to speak up, speak what's there, all of what's there, or at least as much of what's there as you can, in order to release yourself from words that don't belong to you anymore. So there's that as well, right? The guidebook spoke about being able to express yourself to someone else, having a deep conversation. This one seems one without judgment. This one seems one with mental clarity. This one is one without too much heatedness. Like speaking from a clear-headedness. I'm saying that because heart-to-heart conversations is very much like talk about it. This one was saying talk about it as well, which is kind of surprising. But getting to know each other is cerebral as well. It's mental. It's using your logic, using your head, and not just your heart. So being able to communicate, but also communicating effectively, which involves listening to what the other person is saying and listening to your own heart and how that mingles with what you know in your head and what you don't know in your head as well. So again, going back to the initial message that I opened up this with, it's observing, looking, engaging. Well, I didn't really say engaging, but engaging from the standpoint of a standpoint. Like, not so much as a participant, but as someone who is looking and assessing the situation. If it comes to a person, it's the same. However, in addition to that, it's also speaking with what you know, what you feel, and where you're at as well. Not just letting someone else do the talking or anything, not stuffing your own voice down, obviously, but at the same time having an actual conversation, a tete, having the tete and their tete and your tete and their tete, not just a one-way communication where you're maybe throwing up on somebody or they're throwing up on you, having this sort of civilized conversation, not taking place in the woods, like heart-to-heart conversations. What the fuck? But instead a conversation that happens amongst civilized people who have ponytails and pigtails and I don't know. I'd like to think you catch my you get my meaning. It's a civilized conversation where you're being civil. If it's not with a person romantically or otherwise, it's looking at your situation and being civil with your situation, getting to know it, getting to explore it, getting to see, okay, what is this? Assessing it, and then seeing if it's for you or where it is for you, if it's something that you have to, if it's somewhere that you have to be at. This is looking at a contract and discerning it before you completely react, and checking in with yourself as well to see if it's something that follows through for you. This is looking at a new home, a new trip, a new school, a new something, or looking at the old school, the old curriculum, the old place, whatever, and seeing, okay, what is this? What are the facts? What are the realities? What are the emotions it's bringing up for me? And how can I then act from what I'm feeling and what I know and what I don't know, right? Using your head as well. That's what I have for you. Keep your light on, baby, and I wish you everything. I wish you everything, 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 and so much more. Good luck.